here it is. Fried green tomatoes is what we're about to do with these babies. And they are washed and ready to go. Start out first by slicing these into 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch slice pieces, and then we'll go from there once we get all of these sliced up. Your pieces of your tomatoes should be about this size. So of course some of them may be a little smaller. You can make it as thin as you want or as thick as you want. I just chose to do these size because this size, oh, I can't speak. I chose to do this size because these are like nice, you know, fake size. And the width of them is like just perfect. So now we are going to season these up a little bit and get our dipping portions and flour and everything together. The seasonings I'll be using is this salad and vegetable herb blend, garlic powder, onion powder, a little Cajun seasoning, and of course salt and pepper. Now these seasonings are optional for our tomatoes, but it is whatever you like to use to flavor your vegetable. So now we are going to get our flour together. In my skillet, I just poured some vegetable oil, and I haven't turned on my oil yet because I want to do this in parts, and I don't want my oil to burn. So first, I'm going to start out by seasoning the tomatoes. So here with the tomatoes, I'm just going to go in order, and I'm going to season these, and whatever I season the tomatoes with is what I'm going to season the flour with, and then I'm going to add my milk, which is about 1/2 cup of the milk, and it's about a little over 1/2 cup of the flour. And then in this bowl, I have the breadcrumbs. You can season according to your taste buds. I am using, you know, my own judgment on how well I want these to be flavored. Like I said, you can use your own judgment on how much or how little of the seasoning, because I have to have this marinate all the way through, or not marinate, but you know, I have to make sure that every tomato is covered. So this is just a little bit of the vegetable, and I'm just going to kind of use all the seasonings that I mentioned and give them a quick toss before we go to the others. This is a little onion powder. And then I'm kind of going to toss them around. At least probably use a tongs or something. But these are going to all get mixed and coated. Okay, so now my tomatoes are fully seasoned. I've seasoned my flour, and I added the leftovers inside of the breadcrumbs here. So now I'm going to turn on my stove onto a medium high to medium heat, and I'm just going to go ahead and add my milk to this, and then I'm going to mix this up because I kind of want somewhat of a very thin layer to go onto the tomatoes. Nothing really thick like you would do for chicken fingers or anything, but just something to coat these. Okay, this is kind of the consistency that I was looking for. Now, when you're doing your fried green tomatoes, you don't necessarily have to use a wet bath, but I just like to for extra flavor and a little extra crunch and everything of layers and texture. So, like I said, this part is optional, but this is just what I like to do. And then just nice and thin batter here. So now we're going to start by taking our tomato. We're going to start out with the small green one. You want to dip it inside on both sides. Shake it off. Then we go ahead and add it to our breadcrumb mix. And then, of course, we'll place it to the side and everything until our oil is fully heated. And I'm just going to continue to do that with the rest of these. Do one more for you. Going to dip it inside here. Then dip it inside here. Make sure you're well coated. And then, of course, just place it to the side. And that is what I'm going to do with the rest of these while the oil is heating up. Well, I tested the oil with a little cornmeal and it did sizzle. So now it is time to fry up the tomatoes. So just going to give that a little final dip and place them right inside. And you only want these to fry approximately 1 to 2 minutes on each side. And try your best to be careful when you're doing these. That way you're not splattering them. So I say 1 to 2 minutes on each side. And you don't want to overcrowd the pan either as you're frying these. Had to switch to tongs. They seem to be a little bit safer to flip over the tomatoes. Look how pretty and golden brown they are. I have a few over here. They were a little bit extra crispy, but that's how I kind of like mine. So you can cook these according to how you like them. Extra crispy or golden, lightly crispy. There you go. These beautiful fried green tomatoes are all complete. I made a quick spicy ranch dipping sauce to go with my portion. And all it is just a couple splashes of hot sauce, a little ranch, and some little bit of my vegetable salad and vegetable herb blend. Just a couple dashes on the ranch. And I am going to take this piece and dip it in here. Let's see if you can hear that crunch. That spicy ranch. I got it. That is so delicious. So, you know what to do. If you like this video, please click like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And I will try to post the recipe in the description box below sometime this week. I hope you have a great and blessed evening. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even on TikTok. You all have a great evening and God bless.